Hey y'all, it's Corey with Everyday Man, doing everyday reviews for everyday people. And today we got something really cool we're gonna be going over. It's a 2021 Ram Power Wagon. And we'll get with it right after this. So today we're gonna get started on this Ram Power Wagon. It's a really cool truck and I'm really excited to go over it with you guys today. Now we'll start here in the front and you can see it's got the LED headlights to it that do turn. When you turn the steering wheel, it will show you which way you're going. We'll continue in the front. It's got this mustache Ram grill. I don't know how else to call it. It's unique to the Power Wagon and the TRX, I believe. Just their off-road trucks offer this grill. Now, also in the front of this truck is a feature that no other truck on the road has, except for maybe a Ford Trimmer. This is 12,000-pound Warn winch that comes factory mounted from Ram. That's a really nice option. So the Power Wagon, it's got all the off-road goodies on it. It's got a locking front and rear differential. It's got a disconnecting sway bar. And this thing is really designed to get you back into the woods. And with that winch in the front, it'll get you home too. So a good friend of mine, Jim, you've all seen Jim in my videos before. He bought this truck this week. Now it's a 2021, but it is used. It's got 8,000 miles on it. And it looks like the fella that traded in bought another heavy-duty Ram, and he kept his wheels and tires from the Power Wagon. So these are not the wheels and tires you would normally get with a Power Wagon. These are just the regular heavy-duty Rams. But let's continue on. We got the badging up here on the hood. We got the 6.4-liter Hemi in this thing. We got tow mirrors. All these heavy-duty Rams got these tow mirrors on them. Now, I've never seen these running boards before. They're made by a company called Aries, and they're really neat. They look like a stationary running board, but when you open it, they'll drop out the bottom. I think that's really cool. So you got a really low step for your ladies and your older people in your life can get in and out. That's really nice. Now we'll carry on through it. We obviously got the Power Wagon written right here on the door. And we've got a 75th years of service badge on this truck. Really nice little feature. This is a 75th anniversary edition. Now moving back on this truck is equipped with the Ram boxes. We're not going to show you what's in here. Marine owns this truck. We don't want to see that on YouTube. Now, if you come look this way, the Ram boxes do indeed have a 115-volt power outlet in them, which is really nice. And the Ram boxes are indeed waterproofed with this rubber door seal kit. And they do lock. There's also a light. And, of course, the release handle for if you throw your children in here, they can get out. So they are lockable. They lock with the button as well. Now, one of the really cool features about these newer Ram trucks that they didn't have before they started putting them in is the automatic bed release right here on the key fob. So this truck does have the auto start feature. You can start it from the key fob and you can lower the tailgate. Now you can't pick it up with the key fob, but it does lower, and that's really neat. Now if you come around back here, you'll see once again we have Power Wagon on the tailgate, and I really dig this big Ram emblem. I think that's really a good look on this bright orange pickup truck. And this truck's a little bit dirty. We're down here on a dirt road. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this bright orange is gorgeous on this truck. Now it also has a Class 5 hitch, which is a 2.5-inch receiver, which most of your heavy duty trucks will have, so it's a little bigger than your regular one. Now speaking of towing on this truck is heavy duty only in the fact that it's a big 2500 Ram. If you're looking for a truck with a lot of towing capacity, this is not the truck for you. This truck's only got a 10,000 pound towing capacity on it. And we'll look at the sticker in a minute, but I believe the payload capacity on it is only around 1,100 pounds. So this truck's not designed to pull like my Cummins would, like my big heavy dude, about 2,500 Cummins. But this is just a big beast of an off-road truck, and I really like it. So we're gonna open this tailgate back up again. And this truck is equipped with the LED bed lights with a switch. You turn them on, those come on, and that third light comes on also. It's got the bed divider that comes with it from the factory. And you'll notice that this LED light on the back of the truck is also where there's a camera housed in there too to actually look at what's going on in the bed. We have a 7-pin connector and a 4-pin flat connector back here for your trailers. And that's going to wrap up the outside of it. So let's go take a look at the inside of this thing. Now, the inside of these new Rams is where they really shine. In my opinion, this is the nicest pickup truck, heavy-duty pickup truck on the road. These things are phenomenal. This 12-inch screen is really nice, and it's got the Android Auto, so you can always use your phone, but it does have the navigation that goes to the full screen, which is really neat. Android Auto is only on half screen. Now you got your hard buttons on the side, which is really nice, so you can adjust your temperature in your truck. You can adjust the mode of the air conditioner without having to dig through the navigation system, and that's something I really do like. You also have your buttons right here for the parking sensors, front and rear. We got a tow haul button. We've also got the traction control off button, which will be really handy when you hit this little button right here, rear differential lock. Out here on these dirt roads, you like that rear differential and turn off that stability control, and you can probably have a little more fun in this truck than you need to. Now, it also has a hill descent control, which is really cool, which is basically a cruise control for off-roading, going downhill. Now, another thing that's different on this truck as opposed to the Dodge heavy duties or the Ram heavy duties is it does have the shift knob that you turn. Most of them have the stalk, and it's a nice little feature. It looks really well placed in this truck, and this first time I drove it was just now, and it actually feels really good too. It's a metal knob, and so are the knobs for the radio, which is another thing too. It actually has real knobs for the volume and the tuning, so you don't have to go into the infotainment screen for any of that. Now, the seats in this truck are really nice. This brown leather offset on the black. If you look here, we have the Power Wagon 75 on the back of the seat. It's really good looking. This center console is massive. It's got the little storage container up top. It also has this section at the bottom that slides back and forth, and it's really cool, and you have a lot of storage underneath here. You also have a dedicated spot for your phones where you can slide them in, and it's got a little space at the bottom so you can stay plugged in and keep your Android Auto on. Now we have our brake control right here for our trailer brakes. We have 2 glove boxes in this truck. Mine does as well, but I really like the way they did it. It's got the little push button on the side. I think that's really nice. It looks really good. And this Power Wagon also has this emblem on it that is really cool. It shows you the horsepower, the torque. It shows you the max gross vehicle weight, the combined weight, 18,000 pounds. It gives you a lot of numbers right there. It's really neat, and really tells you the story of the towing capacity and the payload capacity of this truck. Now, we also have a much larger glove box right here at the bottom. It's really nice. Now, if you come on in, we'll take a look at behind the steering wheel, some old buttons. So, really the buttons that make this Power Wagon what it is are right here around this knob. So we have our typical 4-wheel drive high and 4-wheel drive low, just like my truck does. Now this button, this is a special one. This is the sway bar disconnect. So what'll happen in this truck, you press this button and it actually releases the sway bar, which will allow for a lot more articulation. Basically, this truck has all the off-road goodies that a Jeep Rubicon would have. So that's what makes the Power Wagon special. We have a button here it says rear. This is a rear locker for the rear differential, and it'll only work in four-wheel drive low. We did try that yesterday, and it had to be in four-wheel drive low. It didn't do it in high. And this button here says front and rear. So if you push this one, it locks everything together, and it creates a true four-wheel drive truck. Now, other than that, it's your typical heavy-duty truck. It's got a really customizable center screen on the dashboard, and I really like the mechanical gauges around it. It's like mine, and I like it. I don't think a pickup truck, a heavy-duty pickup truck, needs to have a full digital screen. I really like the mechanical gauges. Now, up here we have buttons for the tailgate, so we can lower the tailgate, turn our lights on and off, and we have a sliding rear glass, and that's activated right here. That's very nice. So let's move on to the back seat. We'll take a quick look at it. So this truck is the newer generation Ram, but basically the cab is a carryover from my generation Ram. Mine's a 2018, this is a 2021. So your back seats are generally identical. They don't have any more leg room. Like the 1500, it has a much larger back seat, and the 2500s, for some reason they haven't done that yet. They were supposed to do it in 23. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, because I'm really looking forward to it, because I'm ready to upgrade my truck as well. But I was waiting for that new body style. So with this transmission hump in here, we don't have a truly flat floor. So what Dodge did was they allow you to have this little fold out section, and we got it on both sides, that give you a truly flat floor space. Now, this truck does have the 18 speaker Harman Kardon sound system in it, which I really like, and it sounds really good. The only thing is you do lose some storage because you've got this 8-inch woofer right here. And in my truck's the same way. Mine's got the Alpine system, but I too have this woofer. I like it. I'm a sound guy. I dig it. You lose some storage. Now, underneath these big Dodge big Ram floor mats, excuse me, there is also some compartments in here, one on each side under the floor, which is a really good hiding spot for anything you may need to hide. I'm not going to lift it up because I don't want to lift up these floor mats. Now, we have cup holders right here on the armrest in the back. We also have cup holders on the rear of the center console. We've got our 120 volt outlet here. We got 2 USBs and USB-Cs, so everybody should have everything charged up they need. So Jim has been gracious enough to give me the keys to this thing, and we're going to go take it for a ride and see how it compares to a regular heavy-duty pickup truck. I got a feeling the ride's going to be much better in this truck than it is in mine. Let's go for a ride. Oh, something I want to mention as well is this truck, it doesn't have the 360 view cameras, but it does have 3 cameras. So we've got our regular backup camera. We've got the camera I spoke about that's looking down in the bed. And we also have a zoom in that looks straight down at the trailer hitch to make backing up to a boat a lot easier. So let's go back, and there's our regular camera. So we're coming out of the driveway to my camp, and if you look, it's pretty rutted up. And this creates for a really jarring ride in my Cummins 2500. And this Power Wagon is much smoother. So what you do lose in payload capacity and towing capacity, you really gain in ride. And that's what this truck's all about. This truck's got the off-road suspension. That 6.4 is really nice, man. This thing's got a lot of get up. This is nice. Like I said, I got it in 4-wheel drive high just to go get a little bit of speed on this road, on this dirt road. Man, this truck handles excellent. This is a nice ride. This is a special truck, and it feels like it when you're in it. It doesn't feel nearly as heavy as a truck with the Cummins, which is nice, which is what you want. This thing is really handling down this backcountry road really well. Like I said, it's a gravel road, and it's not a bad road at all, but I can just carve it up with this truck. Now, one of the things with this Ram Power Wagon is they get horrible fuel mileage. That is a fact. This truck right now is sitting on an average of 13.1 miles per gallon. Now, I know Jim is not going to leave these tires on here. I know he's going to go with a 35 or a 37-inch all-terrain, and that is really that's not going to help in any way, shape, or form. So if you're looking at buying a Ram Power Wagon, these 6.4 liter engines They've got good torque, they've got good power, but you are not gonna get good gas mileage. So if that's what you're thinking about, you don't want this truck. I am really impressed right now, man. This truck rides amazing. It's hard to believe you're in a 2500 Ram driving this thing. Oh yeah, it is sure-footed around these curves on this old dirt road. Oh, this is an amazing ride. Let's open her up right here. That 6.4 liter sounds really good. Whoo! We got up to 70 miles an hour in the dirt here in four-wheel drive just now. That was awesome. This thing moves. It's got some power to it. All right, so we're gonna get back to the house and we're gonna wrap this video up. Man, this truck rides good. This is really nice, Jim. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this thing's a beast, dude. Wow. This is a truck.
I used to only get 13 miles per gallon.
Absolutely, I'd get 10. Okay, I get it. I didn't get it at first. When I look at the numbers, I've got a truck camper, so I need payload capacity, I need the power. So I looked at this truck. On paper, it ain't for me. But I get it. This Ram Power Wagon drives amazing. Now this truck comes with a 410 rear end, and it really wakes up this 6.4 liter Hemi. I've got a friend of mine that's got the 2500 with the 6.4 with, I think it's a 373, and it's got plenty of power, but this Power Wagon really lays down the power. And it drives amazing, guys. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing a video very soon on my other channel, the Storyteller's Travels, and I will be comparing this truck to my Cummins, to a brand new 2022 Cummins, and another 6.4, and we can talk about which truck is the best for a camper. But until then, guys, I'll see you next time on Everyday Man.